Retro Maniacs, it's shower time because it's unboxing time and it's a good unboxing. Wait till you see what we're unboxing today and wait till you see what we're going to compare it to. It's a Maisto, but it's not just any Maisto. Boom. Now that looks very familiar, doesn't it? And they did a good job on those rims. That's my much more expensive ERTL Smokey and the Bandit, the licensed one. And I think the rims on this one look like this car is going to give it a go for its money. So let's get into that. I cannot wait. But first I've got to hose myself off.
Hey Retro, you smoking your morning coffee out of a pipe or something? You're gonna try to tell me you think that inexpensive car from Sam's Club can stand up to the much more expensive licensed Smoky Trans Am? Boy, you best not be back on those opioids.
Yeah, Snoop, I'm totally back on the opioids. That's the real reason I lost all my weight. Dick. So I mentioned this as a shootout. It's more of a comparison really because Maisto, the cars that you get from Costco, Sam's Club, as much as I love them for bang for the buck, it's more of a discount car. Comparing it to the licensed Smokey and the Bandit car by ERTL American Muscle, which is known as a premium, wouldn't really be fair. But we're going to do a comparison because what I'm seeing side by side, it might just give the ERTL a run for its money. We know the ERTL's trunk doesn't open from that era. The Maisto's got an opening trunk. Check this out, guys. Look at the wheels, okay? The wheels are what catches my eye. Look at the job they did on the wheels. Okay, now look at the ERTL. The ERTL wheels aren't horrible, but you could tell they're like a solid one piece. They're supposed to be spokes. Like that. It's even got the black interior it's supposed to have, like a Smokey and the Bandit car. So I am really looking forward to getting into this. You know what I'm going to say next, I'm sure, guys. Okay, guys, so let's get into this. We're going to walk over to the Retro Collectibles KRAK set, and we're going to get into this. Because I cannot wait for this. I've been waiting a couple months to see one of these bad boys up close. And I'm already a fan of what Maisto does. And it looks like they intentionally did this unlicensed Smokey car and knocked it out of the park because they knew what it was. But let's have a closer look. Okay, Retro Maniacs, Retro Army. I've been waiting to do an unboxing with you guys, but I wanted it to be a good one. Something a little bit different. And this fit the bill perfectly. 905 Crew Dave, my good friend, managed to luck out and get a couple of these across at Sam's Club today. And because he's in my circle, he helped me out. You know how I always help out my buddies? Well, that's what I mean. He helped me out today. I was at work and he was messaging me because he scored them, and I think he's the first guy in our area with them because I haven't seen a single one of these on Marketplace. That's another little trick that you gauge to know how things are starting to come into Canada or in your area. Marketplace, and there's not a single one of these on there yet. Again, this is Sam's Club, so it probably won't be at Costco. But I am very excited to look at this. Been waiting a couple months to have a look at one of these. He got mint boxes as well. These came right out of the shipping carton. So we're going to keep the box mint. Going to get lots of glamour shots of this guy. But yeah, like I said, guys, if it loses to the licensed Smokey and the Bandit, I wouldn't even call it a loss because this is known, I call it a value brand as much as I love it. But like I explained in another video, I don't put Maistos up against GMPs and stuff like that because it's just not fair. I love Maistos for a different reason, for the bang for the buck that you get. And with the Maistos, always easy to unbox. We're going to get it right off the base as well. We're gonna keep that box crispy mint, of course. Now there is no year on the base. I like the look of these wheels. Like the one thing about the ERTL, I noticed the wheels just looked too big, right? But we're gonna have a real good comparison of these two. Wow. I cannot believe holding this that's a Maisto. He doesn't have a stick shift. It's a T shifter in here, but that's about the only major difference I'm seeing. Well, I mean, there's going to be major difference. Don't hang me, guys, and say, oh, it's not movie accurate, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying it's pretty darn close for what it is. It's got metallic in the paint, too. A little bit of metallic, which is cool. But this is more of an unbox and check it out. And like I said, one thing it does have over the ERTL from 2002 is opening trunk. We know the trunk's gonna open. So let's get this off the base and get these ugly straps off. Now, the thing with the ERTL Bandit, up until now, well, I'm gonna say it's still the champ. This is the most desired one of 18 Bandit 1 car. They made a Bandit 2 that came with a figure that's beautiful, but I'd rather the original Bandit 1. Most collectors say this is the best version, including myself. It's better than the Artisan. But I didn't notice, but I noticed veteran collectors mentioning the bird on the hood of this is not accurate, and a lot of them put a new bird decal on it. This bird is smaller, so I'm going to show you those side by side as well, because maybe they got the bird right. Who knows? I'm definitely going to be using the gloves for this. Should have been using the gloves handling my Smoky there. That Smoky car, guys, by the way, I got a smoking deal because I got it for $150 in the box, I believe, either $125 or $150, and it was local in Hamilton. Usually sealed in the box, you don't see those for under like $250, $2 or $250 Canadian. People just don't want to sell them. They're Smokey and the Bandit. It's a nice job they did on it. Comes with a CB antenna. For back in the day, that's before the Auto World Silver Screen Machines General Lee CB antenna. So pretty cool, and it still will be a favorite of mine. That again is the ERTL, guys. I was very excited getting this into my collection. I remember it was sealed. The box was just covered in dust. I'll link the unboxing video to this actually. You could watch me unbox it and pick it up new. Okay, so we are gonna get this off of the base. Sorry about yapping, guys. I'm just very excited because I have been waiting for this. I think one little customization I could do to it, and so can you guys, is see the back plate. You know what you could do for that? Do one of those, okay? And then you go to the front, maybe do one of these. Like the ERTL. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Phillips. By the way, guys, big news and a big development before I forget to tell you guys about the exciting news. Stick around till the end of the video because I'm not going to say his name, but the certain guy that looks like a certain celebrity that I have narrating in the videos, I'm not going to say it because we know the real celebrity would never endorse or support my videos, right? But the celebrity looking dude that's in my videos has a big message for you guys at the end of the video about a big development about the Retro Collectibles channel. Something that a lot of you guys have been asking about. And that's not the right one. I'm so tired, guys. I'm brain dead. I should be in bed. I had a day from heck today at work. And the thing about these infusions is they cause sleeplessness. Now, I didn't know what that meant because usually I don't have trouble sleeping at night. Now I know what it means. It's when you can't shut your brain off. You're tired, but you just can't sleep. So I went to work with about an hour and a half sleep today, and it was a real hectic day, and then had a couple hours sleep. But I want to get this unboxing done. I'm very excited. I was literally just about to go to bed, and Dave messaged me and said, I'm gonna come drop your car off if you're up. I said, how long are you gonna be? I'll see if I could stay up. And he said 10 minutes, and I said, done, I'll stay up. Okay. That's tidy, so we want to go lefty loosey. By the way, I had my second infusion out of 4 infusions on Wednesday. Feeling good, didn't get sick this time. Feeling good other than being tired from not getting rest. It's not a tired from being sick. It's not a run down tired like I'm gonna die like I had when I was sick. It's a normal tired from not getting sleep. But it's been a minute since we hung out with you guys and did an unboxing. So, very excited to do this. And guess what, guys? Tomorrow, Saturday night, this is going to be weather permitting. As long as we don't get rain, we're going to do a different video tomorrow. It's going to be a ghost hunt video out at a place called the Hermitage. If you look up the Hermitage, I believe it's in Ancaster, which isn't far from here. It's very famous. Those ghost hunting shows on TV, a lot of them go to the Hermitage. And that's where we're gonna go. And Dave has a little handheld ghost device, and we're gonna try to listen to ghosts or hunt some ghosts. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but you know what? You never know, right? Okay. So I'm gonna unban this guy. So yeah, that's weather permitting, of course, guys, for that. And again, exciting news at the end of the video. But I'll let him tell you, and then I'll come back and do a little bit of talking about it. Now, of course, like I always preach, but I'm going to say it again for any new collectors. You fart cannon. I don't know if you guys can hear that Honda. He's got it spitting and popping with the fart cannon. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so new collectors, the only thing you throw out when you unbox is the straps. Keep everything and keep everything mint. Because heaven forbid you gotta sell off, you lose interest in that certain car, it's your value. And when de-strapping with a knife, try to do it from the bottom away from any good looking paint, because you don't want to damage your paint. Okay, so the bottom is pretty run-of-the-mill. Oh, with Maisto, don't forget, we got working suspension. The ERTL doesn't have that. Okay, so bottom of it, pretty run-of-the-mill. Okay. Now this is where the premium and the budget comes in. See, where you can't see, they don't really concentrate too much on the Maisto. It's where you can see is where they focus, right? The right is the ERTL, obviously. Yeah, they did good on that bird, but we'll compare it with the ERTL up close. Those wheels, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. These have actually Firestone on them. What do these ones say? Goodyear. There's the license. Goodyear, Firestone. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, guys, trunk. Oh, and the trunk has not a strap, it's got 2 tabs holding it shut. It's kind of newish. Kind of newish. Funny thing, guys, you know who told me about that these cars were coming down the pipe? I was just laughing to Glenn. Ali G was the one that said, oh, look what's coming out in a couple months. He probably wanted me to try to get him one, but because Ali G wouldn't pee on me if I was on fire, I give him the same sentiment. And I pee on people that would pee on me if I was on fire. You get what I'm saying. You guys get it. Okay, so first thing we're checking out is this trunk. And look at that. Opening trunk where the ERTL does not have, guys. And you see that flake paint up close. Beautiful paint. Nothing in the trunk, but no big deal, right? We don't care about that. Less weight. Okay, so we're gonna look at from the passenger side. And again, guys, when we are done, don't forget the Retro Collectibles patented look-see set with the different angles and light conditions. So see that door, guys? This is where that chrome paint pen might come into play. Give her a little bit of pop. You could see that silver poppy dashboard. The door is open and shut, beautiful, guys, that they kind of spring open and shut, you know what I mean? That's the one complaint I have about my Bandit, is I kind of got a lemon in that sense. It was sealed in the box, guys, but for some reason, it's like it's a little bit warped. The driver's door, you got to give it a little bit of effort to close it, and the hood sometimes gets wonky. Like I said, it's almost like it's warped. Beautiful looking car though, you don't see anything when it's sitting there. I like that they colored in the door handles silver. Nice touch. Okay, so here's what we're waiting for, guys, under the hood. But before we go under the hood, we'll just have a look at both of these cars, these teardrop headlights. ERTL on the right with the rebel flag. Maisto. These, guys, I think these are going to be incredibly hot. I think you're going to have to be there when the skid hits the floor to get these. To be honest with you, I think these are going to be real hard to get. Okay, so let's look under the hood. This thing, I can't stop looking at it. Like, just as a shelf sitter, guys, it's beautiful. Like, you get a Smokey and the Bandit figure, stand it beside it, you're done. You want to go further? Plate, done. Like, nobody, unless you're like a real, you know, nobody's going to walk up and say, that's not the Smokey car because the tire only has 28 spokes instead of 30. Nobody's going to notice. You stand a Smokey and the Bandit figure next to this car, your buddy's going to say, wow, Smokey and the Bandit. Because it's that close with these gold highlights. And I love it looks almost like it's a, well, I'll show you guys under the light, but it's a flake paint. Whereas the ERTL is kind of more of a flat color. Well, not flat, it's gloss, but it's not flake. But you guys will see. But yeah, the doors open a lot nicer on this. I have a feeling this is going to roll a lot nicer, but we're going to see. We're going to see. I love ERTL, so I don't want to count them out. Okay, you ready for under the hood, guys? So under the hood, like a lot of Maistos, this is why we get that chrome paint pen, guys, right there. Little easy jobs that we can't screw up, like the battery terminals. Right? Because I'm not a good painter. I'm getting Giuliano to do our Cadillac, which, by the way, might be here Monday or Tuesday. Because remember, the person's coming Canada Day. Don't forget, we got our 1 of 18 scale Boss Hog Cadillac. Well, it's green with a white interior, but it's going to be a Boss Hog Caddy. Now, I know it's an Eldorado and not a DeVille, and it's not the same year, but they used the same car in the 2005 movie, so if it was good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Okay, so you see it under that hood. I'll show you quickly under this hood. Now this one, obviously, I think is going to have more detail. And this is where you're going to see this hood. Because you got to push down and kind of pop it in to get it to close. And like I said, this was never dropped or anything. And it came right out of the box sealed. So it's not the seller's fault either. It's just one of those things. I've heard stories about some die-cast cars, weird things happening over the years in the boxes. Like we all know about paint rash and stuff. This has some more detail, but not a ton more. But it gives you an idea how you could detail the Maisto hood. Like you could paint that reservoir white under the hood, add some blue for the block, if you wanted to. I wouldn't get that into it though. I would just probably do battery terminals, maybe the white thing there. Because I wouldn't want to screw it up because I'm not the best at painting. And see, this is that hood, look. It will stay, but you gotta kinda... Now the one thing that this doesn't come with is this. For 2002, I remember I did not know this came with a CB antenna when I got it. That's how much of a newbie I was at the time. I'll put a link in the description so you guys could see how it was a year ago for me. But I was so excited when I realized it came with an antenna. I took the car out, seen the hole, and said, no way. But that is the OG one. Still very sought after, but I'm wondering if this is going to take some of the steam out of it. Because it's... If I didn't have a Smoky car, guys, I think I would buy one of these, buy the license plate decals. I improvise a CB antenna off eBay and call her a day. I mean, for the price difference, you're talking hundreds of dollars. And this looks great. Look at those. I cannot get over the wheels. Okay? Max, if you don't have a Smoky car and you go to the States, these are at Sam's Club. Definite bang for your buck. Look at that paint. But we are going to have a closer look. Actually, guys, you know what? Instead of making you wait till the end of the video, while I go get this set up on the look-see set, I'm going to put you guys to sit with my buddy that looks like Snoop. He looks like him because it can't be Snoop, because Snoop would never support our videos. Come on. It's like Morgan Freeman wouldn't, right? We're going to get sued here. So anyway, this guy that looks like Snoop is going to give you a message while I get my lazy butt up and get that set up. So hold on.
Retro Maniacs, what's KRAK-a-lackin'? You know who it is? We've got big news coming by way of the Cowie Diecast Museum this morning. The first order of Retro Collectibles t-shirts has been finally made after several requests. The first batch will be an OG black with the Retro Collectibles logo, front and center. And you know our boy Retro, if it's got his logo on it, it's quality stuff. Made by Gildan, we're talking their nice cotton, soft style t-shirts. The cost of one of these styling t-shirts will be $25 Canadian funds plus shipping. So be sure to show your support for the Retro Collectibles YouTube channel and become a member of the 905 crew while showing your support. If I sound like I'm on opiates, my bad. I've been up all night talking merch with our boy Retro. So if you're interested, be sure to let him know your size for the first order. Peace.
Thanks, guy that looks like Snoop that definitely isn't Snoop, because Snoop definitely wouldn't endorse our videos. Let's call him Wish Snoop. That way we don't get sued. We can't visit the patented Retro Collectibles look-see set without saying hello to the Retro Fly hovering DeLorean. That's the one-of-one prototype right there, boys and girls. Still looks cool though, doesn't it? That was another low buck poor man project. Any new viewers, we get into those as well, and pretty soon we're going to be doing a poor man's Boss Hogs 1 of 18 scale Cadillac. Soon enough. We got the car already. I don't know, guys. I love my ERTL. It's beautiful, but I don't know if this thing was out when I got my ERTL, for the price difference, I might have just went with this by Maisto, to be honest with you. My opinion, I would go with this Maisto over the Artisan version of the Bandit car in a heartbeat. The Artisan Bandit, I believe, has the T-tops as well installed. The ERTL didn't come with them, but it did come with the antenna, but we're going to compare those two closer in a second. But I don't know, guys, like this car here, I got a deal. Like I said, I think I paid $150. I didn't pay over $150 for it. And that was a deal, because usually you don't see them for under $200 or $250 for one of these guys if it's in the box, okay? Even loose, they fetch, you know, 150 bucks. But this, for what you pay for them, I think rather than spending a couple $100 more on that, honestly, I think I'm going with that. And I'm going on eBay and ordering the proper license plates for it, doing a couple touch-ups and making it my own car. It might not be exactly accurate to the movie or whatever, but for the little bit of difference, for the price difference, I would go with this. Comparison, see, this is more of a premium car, whereas the Maisto is like a budget car. And I notice with Maisto, they worry more about the details that you notice than what you don't see. Whereas this has, a little bit more color under the hood, a little bit more detail. But this is where one of those chrome paint pens would come into place. Do up the battery terminals. There's those teardrop headlights. Now, ERTL American Muscle actually did a Trans Am, and I got excited about it because I said, oh, it's not licensed as Smokey and the Bandit. Maybe I can get that and it'll pass as the car. They changed the interior color. It was like tan or something like that, so it wouldn't have worked. They got the interior color right here. Mind you, this is where you're going to see a little bit of the detail difference in the two cars. Like if you notice, that's got a different shifter. ERTL knocked it out of the park with the dashboard on it. I'll show you that in a second here. But the inside of the door kind of plain. You could use that chrome paint pen, make that pop. But we'll come over here. Now, the interior of that is beautiful. It's got the CB, it's got the shifter, or the, the floor shifter style. A little bit more detailing on the doors. See the door handle and stuff? Silver. Black on this. That's where I would take that chrome paint pen right there. Now, nothing really to compare in the trunks back here. I gotta get gloves on because the trunk doesn't open on that. It does on this. I gotta get my gloves in a second. But there's nothing in there. No spare tire or anything, which we don't care about because a spare tire is extra weight. They did good on the taillight lenses there, I see. Now, coming over to the American side of the Maisto, this is where you really see a little bit of the difference in the interiors. Notice the steering wheel, the fancy dashboard cluster, and the shifter. Big difference. Plus the Smokey has the CB antenna. It's got the proper floor shifter. But I mean, same color interiors, same style of seats even. So they paid attention to that detail. Now here's where I'm going to show you guys where I kind of got burned for that Smokey and the Bandit car. I didn't get burned by the seller because he wouldn't have known this. It was sealed in the box. But I got one of those cars, and it sucks because it's one of my favorite cars. You don't notice it sitting on the shelf, but it's kind of a lemon because of the way the hood doesn't close properly and the door. It's kind of like the whole car is a little bit warped, whatever. But here's where I'm going to show you the difference in how they roll. Check this out. So check this out, guys. Budget car. Nice and smooth. Wheels steer nice with the steering wheel. Smooth, smooth. Okay, beautiful paint. Now, up close, I forgot to show you. This has that metallic flake paint, whereas the other one doesn't. Just gorgeous. But that rolls beautiful. Now come over here to the expensive ERTL. Now, I love ERTL, guys. Don't get me wrong. This is just a lemon. But sometimes the tires drag. It's actually rolling good here. See the way the hood is? You gotta, it'll stay down, but. Now let's check out the hood emblems. The turkey bird on the hood. That's the one complaint I did hear amongst the OG collectors of the 1/18 scale movie cars. A lot of them, well, not a lot of them, some of them actually removed the hood emblem, or not the hood emblem, you know what I mean, the bird off the hood, and put the correct decal on it that they ordered or made themselves to make it more movie accurate. I looked up pictures of the actual Bandit car from the movie, and I've got to say, the Maisto one looks to be a little bit more of the correct side. Don't hang me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on the hood emblem side, or at the bird size on it. I Googled a few pictures of the car in the movie. It looks to be a little bit more the correct size. Maybe you Trans Am experts can weigh in. I'll move them closer together. So what do you think, guys? Now, this is not me saying this. This is from other collectors that, and like I said, several of them removed this and put what they thought was a more correct, accurate version. But you can definitely see this one looks a little bit like a thicker font, and it's a bigger bird than that one. And let me know what you guys think is closer, because I'm not an expert on that. Give the two of them a nice side by side. But see those wheels? That's the first thing that caught my eye when Dave sent me the picture. Like, those are supposed to be the snowflakes, but they're kind of one piece, right? Much better. And this has the gloss black paint. It's not the metallic like this. The metallic is beautiful. Look at that, guys. Close up look at the butts. And if I'm choosing between this guy on the right, my right, the Maisto, and the Greenlight Artisan, Smokey and the Bandit, I'm going with this guy every time. Sorry, Greenlight. I'm just honest about stuff. And the paint is flawless on the Maisto. Maisto, I don't think I've seen bad paint on one yet. All the ones I've opened, I don't think I've seen paint rash on a Maisto. Wow, okay guys, I was very excited to do that, and I was telling Glenn, I don't know if I mentioned it on the video, out of all the Maistos I've seen and unboxed, and there's some nice ones, and by the way, remind me to show you the Maisto truck that came in this batch with this. Wait till you see that. But of all the Maistos I've seen and unboxed, in my opinion, my favorite out of everyone I've unboxed, the best. Like, it's almost a movie car for what you pay for it, you know what I mean? Now, it's not identical, but think of what you're paying here, guys. Like, for the price difference between this and the actual ERTL, I could live with this. Like, I could totally live with this as my Smokey car, get a Burt Reynolds figure. That is beautiful. Actually, I gotta turn the light on here for you guys. That is just beautiful, guys. Like, I cannot get over. I'm so thankful and so lucky that my friend got me one. Because I can't go over there, and they are at Sam's Club, and I don't think, well, I could be wrong, but usually cars that go to Sam's Club, if they come to Costco, like Costco might get the 77 Bird, but it'll be a different color, unfortunately. But I'm hoping I'm wrong, because I would love to see them here. My opinion of this, guys, if you don't have a Bandit car and you don't want to spend a couple $100 to $250, grab one of these. I cannot believe the bang for the buck. Like, every place you can see on it is beautiful. Now, they skimp kind of underneath, but who looks underneath? They pay attention to where you see it. That is, and the rims, guys, the wheels, like, I am stoked. I cannot believe. Thank you to Dave H for thinking to grab me one of these. I was very, very fortunate. And fortunate that he was able to get any, because this is going to be a car that I have a feeling you're going to have to be there when the skid hits the floor. And these are going to be scalped big time. Like I said, as of this unboxing, guys, there's none of these on Marketplace. They're on eBay. There's none on Marketplace as of this. And Dave is the first guy I know personally that got these. So he made a heck of a score today. A really heck of a score. Because he's the only one, so he's the first guy in the area with these, basically. None on Marketplace. Like I said, Marketplace is a good way to gauge new products that are coming in. Now, sometimes it could be a guy that brought it from the States and put it on Marketplace. But if you see a bunch of them on Marketplace, whatever, usually a good indicator. Like, I'm starting to see the Optimus Prime Hot Wheels, you know, that transport thing, that kids-looking toy. I was seeing that on Marketplace a few days ago. So I said, oh, those are in Canada now. They're starting to land. And by the way, don't forget, Maisto's working suspension. That is an awesome detail. Can't stop looking at it. Wow. Wow. So yeah, guys, my opinion, if you're interested in movie cars or this car in particular, get two of them. For the price of it, get two of them. One to open, one to keep sealed. Because I'm telling you, this is one of those Maistos that's going to go up in value. Some of you guys might be laughing at me, but some of these Maistos actually appreciate in value. There's an SVT Cobra from a few years ago that fetches a good buck. Maisto. But yeah, this is on that level, guys. They knocked it out of the park. It's not licensed Smokey and the Bandit, but they knew what they were doing. I mean, you don't need a license to do a 77 Bird. Got the Pontiac on the front. Man. Yeah, so that's my opinion, guys. Get if you're able to. So yeah, before I end the video, weather permitting, ghost hunting video this weekend, Saturday. Oh, before I forget, I'll show you the next unboxing. 1 second. You guys are going to like this. Now, funny thing, guys, I seen one of these on Marketplace turned up about a month ago. No Bandit cars, just one of these. And I actually sent it to Dave because I looked at this. I seen that the box looked like the modern Sam's Club box. I said, if that's a new release, I got to tell Dave to watch for that. Look at the paint scheme on it. Isn't that awesome? Reminds me of the old Broncos. The Ford Bronco Custom. That is a 79 Ford F-150 pickup. I love how they put pickup with it.
It's actually the Ford Ranger pickup too. Look on the side of the fender, it says that.
Oh yeah, they made, they called the smaller ones were Rangers, and they also did the bigger ones. Yeah, it's an F-150 Ranger basically, Glenn. But yeah, the beautiful graphics I love this. And like I said, I seen this one, but only one. I only seen one of these on Marketplace. The guy wanted $80 for it. But yeah, gorgeous. So that is, I think, going to be the next unboxing, because you know why we got to unbox it? For the new collectors. See those straps? Over the years, they damage your paint. And this is not just a myth. This is absolute truth. We have cars in this house that have strap damage. So anyway, guys, before I let you guys go, we got the, hopefully the ghost walk video coming up. If not, we got it. Let's say we don't do any video tomorrow because me and Glenn are lazy dicks. Okay? No video tomorrow. Then we'll do a live. Because remember, that's our guarantee to you. Saturday, we either do a good video or we hang out with you guys on the live. So, Saturday we'll make something happen. It's either going to be an unboxing, hopefully the ghost walk. We're hoping it doesn't rain because we were going to do it a few weeks back and it got canceled. Really looking forward to that. Look up the Hermitage, guys. It's called the Hermitage. T-H-E, and then Hermitage. 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 A lot of ghost shows filmed out there. And you could read the story about it. What happened and why it's supposed to be haunted. And before I go, a lot of you guys asked me, so I pulled the trigger. It's set in motion. It's no longer speculation. I was going to look into shirts before and then found out I was half dead. So it kind of got put on the back burner. But trigger has been pulled on shirts. They're going to look like this. Classic black style like our friend Wish Snoop showed us. With the logo on the front. Now I'm going to be doing more batches in the future with different designs. Maybe a Cowie Diecast Museum t-shirt we might see. We might even see an Ali G, a custom Ali G shirt. Like a chase shirt of Ali G, imagine that. But for now, we definitely have the classic black retro collectibles t-shirts coming. High quality Gildan, the soft touch or whatever they are. They're not the basic ones, they're the good ones. Because I'm not going to put my logo on crap. Come on, I'm going to be wearing this stuff too. But I was able to keep it so that the cost of it is low as well. $25 Canadian plus shipping. And if you live in the area or if there's some way I can get it to you by people muling stuff back and forth, whatever. Like I have people in Sault Ste. Marie that I grew up with. A bunch of my Sioux people supporting me. If you guys are watching this, my Sioux people, thank you. Because you guys were the first ones front and center on that post saying, sold, give me one, I'll take one. And that made me proud. Frank is going to be going up. You guys know my best friend Frank. You guys, my retro maniacs might not know, but my best buddy lives in Stratford. I grew up with him all my life, and he lives in Stratford. And he goes home to the suit. So when he goes home, he told me he will bring loads of shirts up there to save people the shipping costs. So anyway, guys, regarding the shirts, if you would like one, let me know your size and make sure you can commit to it. That way, because I'm going to be ordering it. I have to order that size shirt. Okay? So just make sure you let me know the size so I can get it for you. And like I said, the next batch, I'm going to be working at different designs. Maybe a pink shirt with the logo on it, maybe, for females. Going to be doing some hats, maybe, and coffee mugs as well. So, but the first batch is going to be the black shirts, just to kind of give her a go, because I've never done this before. So, see how she goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I was very excited to do this one. Been waiting for this car for a couple months to come. I think I even mentioned it in a video. This is so new that I think I was the first guy in the Canadian 1 of 18 group that posted that I got one. And it's funny, when I posted it, a guy speaking French, a guy in Quebec, I had to translate what he said. But he says to me that they're not out yet. They're going to be out soon, but they're not out yet. Or he said something along those lines. I said, oh, I got one today. It's sitting in front of me. So they're out. I mean, but yeah, that's how new they are, guys. They're not even on, I don't even see any on Marketplace yet. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you just smash that like button for me. Make sure you click subscribe for me and share. And as always, guys,
This beat is stupid grimy, that's a KRAK kick. There's some open eyes, shit open eyes when I spit. I get riled up like dogs around the postmaster. The dough stack up with no manner. I'm crack